Okay, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to everyone tuning in online as well, wherever you are from over the world. My name is Ben Thomas. I run marketing and communications for the DPDK project on behalf of the Linux Foundation. And I know what you're probably thinking, 8 o'clock in the morning. I can see the dread coming over your faces. God, they're torturing us with the marketing guy. First thing. I get it. But I've been locked in the cage downstairs, and they've let me out. So I'm going to take my time. Evie, push back the schedules. Okay? Everyone get caffeinated, hydrated. We're going to be here for a long time. No, but seriously, thank you all for having me. And look at this. I mean, this took me hours. I had to place the electrical bolts, the data plane. It's beautiful, right? I even took the icon before it was, had this weird kind of orange, purpley gradient. I switched it to white. Genius, right? Does anyone notice? Crickets. What am I doing this for? No, but seriously, it's, we were talking about branding last night. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about branding. But this stuff's important. And we've been working on it. Oh God, where am I going with this? It seemed like a good idea yesterday, but the day before I arrived, we're all on the spectrum, right? To some degree, apparently. The day before I arrived, I went to get a haircut. I wandered into Chinatown, mistakenly, and I saw a bunch of signs in Chinese and thought, what's down there? Go down into a basement, and there's this old Chinese lady with some incense sitting in the corner. She looks up, she goes, haircut? I look around and go, yeah. I don't know why. She didn't speak any English either. She just sat me down, wrapped me up, started chopping away. So that's the reason for the bad haircut. But yeah, we're all on the spectrum. We prefer interfacing with machines. We prefer the sounds of silence. We prefer organizing chaos. We prefer preferences. We prefer autonomy. We dislike authority. We dislike bureaucracy. We especially dislike marketing people. I get it. I do too. I mean, apart from myself, I love myself. But I get it. But aren't we all supposed to be working together towards the same goal? We're building code bases that our companies build services and products with. They're building services and products that make the lives of their customers better. Not always the case. I'd like to see some of the stats on that, but it doesn't matter which part of the business you work in. We need to help new users and contributors understand what we're building and why we're building it, and how to get involved. And if you don't agree, you might be in the wrong job. And guess what? It makes for better products and lives for everyone. I hear what you're saying. Seriously, Ben, stop with all the waffle. The kumbaya, the marketing sizzle. It's just specialized network performance software. Okay, but what does it really power? You're building it, you tell me. Any answers? Sorry? Internet? Anything else? No? Excellent. I'll take that. An upload of a medical file that saves a life. A closing of a trade that makes a fortune. An uninterrupted call from a veteran overseas. Morton was telling me about this last night. Power to communities in disaster zones and safe journeys to DBDK events. And much, much more. A particle processor that ends all life on Earth. No, but seriously, it is actually used in a particle processor. But with great power comes great responsibility, right? And the next LTS release. Thank you, Kevin. Where's Kevin? Kevin's not here. So the next time you punch in that code, think of the longest output it achieves. Actually, this slide should have gone in a better place. Those are the stories we want to tell, that everyone wants to hear, that start at your keyboard. Help me tell them. That's all I've got. No, I'm joking. I'm going on. Lock in. Get ready. Get more coffee. Evie, it's pronounced Evie, by the way, not Evie. What do we actually do? User stories. Look at these things. They're great. Spent days and days on these. Not creating them. Going back and forth between your legal departments and PR marketing teams, trying to get approvals and sign-off. These take ages, but they're brilliant. They're brilliantly written, superbly written, by myself, of course. But thanks to everyone involved, it's been a real pleasure getting to know you through these and the business, and thank you for your patience in getting me up to speed on all the tech. I do appreciate it. These are an excellent way to showcase what you're doing. And in many ways, I think the graphics are better than some of your member companies, so there's that. Developer spotlights. Look at these. I mean, look at the graphics again, superb. Where's Maxine? Maxine? Hey, I know you don't want to talk to me anymore, but look what you started. Fantastic. Now I can't. There's too many people coming at me now. I've got so many developer stories in the works. It's great. Wonderful to get inside, your galaxy brains. Not just to understand the tech, but to understand your lives, how you balance your work life, and the interesting insights that come out of these as well. Not just from a community perspective, but from other trends like how many people here play? Okay. I ran a poll across the Linux Foundation last year that revealed that almost 40% of developers also to practices coalesce. Why aren't we talking about that? It's interesting. Why did the two work together? And the trend rolls out across industries as well. A lot of CEOs, business leaders, musicians, creatives, who also code. So these are great ways to showcase what the community is really doing, what they're building, who the community is. And as I said, I've got a slew of these coming over the next month. So please get in touch with me if you want to be involved in one. I'd love to hear about it. I'll be down in my cage later. Just pop in, come and chat. Also been doing some general updates, condensing the vast amounts of information that you guys are releasing down into more consumable bytes, helpful tips. I mean, look at this graphic again though, look. Fantastic, the hyperscaling graphic, with the hyperscaling beams coming down and the plane. It took me hours. But again, yeah, overviews of the events. We're releasing these. Sorry? Yeah? Good. And the monthly newsletter. How many of you have read this? 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. How many of you have read a user story? Okay, that's better. What about a developer spotlight? Okay, not bad. But it's okay, they're not for you. You're already here. We just want you to come back next year. But no, we are promoting them heavily, and it's helping things a lot, which you'll see in the next slides. We've been updating the website, making the user journey a bit better, unearthing the use cases. I think it's interesting to see, and from what I've learned, that the project, after many years in the development phase, is coming to a point where we should be talking about the use cases and the applications being built and the impact that they're actually having on people's lives and the products. So these are great improvements. And we're starting to catalog these use cases on the website too, making it easier for people to get involved and understand why they should use DPDK. Why should they become members? And then I make sure that not only do we promote the user stories, the dev spotlights, the updates, all the great content across the DPDK channels, they also go out through the Linux Foundation channels, the Linux Foundation newsletter, the social media channels, out to millions of eyeballs around the world in the open source community. So this is an excellent channel. Tell your marketing teams, if they don't know already, get them involved. Tell them to speed up the approval process, please. As Robin showed you yesterday, we've got some great stats. You know, we're in marketing now. We're only interested in numbers and graphs that go up. Okay? We're like disaffected, degenerate crypto gamblers. Up only. To the moon. No, but seriously. Aside from that, great stuff. Look at the active users year to date. 40%. New users, 28%. And engagement up 15%. This is great stuff. I mean, you don't see this often. And it's all because of me, seriously. Well, I'll take enough credit, but it's all of us and your input and involvement. Look who's coming. All over the world. Shanghai, Beijing, on fire. Ashburn. Who's from Ashburn? Anyone? Where is Ashburn? Is it Virginia? What are those guys doing? Oh, man, Russia. Such a shame we can't do business. But look, I mean, this is fantastic. Bengaluru, honestly, these guys come up on all the analytics across all the projects. I don't know what's going on over there, but something in the water. They are gangbusters for it. Everything open source, devouring it. Always top of the charts. It's fantastic. Interesting stuff. We want to keep this trending up. And this is what I do. This is what I do in the cage downstairs. I just sit there looking at all the analytics and the data. What's trending, what's working. How can we improve communications over here? How can we create better content over there? And who are these people? Well, this is the only thing that we know about them. But look at the young guys, young ladies. I mean, look around. We're not getting any younger. We need these guys. This is great. And the increase in female participation too. This is a great thing to see. And it's a trend that's happening across the Linux Foundation. It's also coming out of some of the insights to the new developer stories, particularly in Asia Pacific, where the cultural boundaries are coming down for more females to be involved in open source. So these are all great things to see. But we need these youngsters. How can you get involved? Come down to my cage. Just come in for a chat. And most importantly, please make sure you're following the LinkedIn account, the X account, sign up for the newsletter on the website. It's great. The newsletter's got all the, not just the content that we're producing, but it's got, I pull everything from the wire. So in terms of latest updates from your companies, or anytime DPDK is mentioned in the news, I surface that, I pull it up. It's interesting stuff. And most importantly, I want to keep track of all the use cases. I want to find out where they are, who's using DPDK, and I want to talk about it. And most importantly, I want to talk more about you and what you're doing. So please, help me do it. Okay? That's pretty much it. Thank you all for listening.